attack is commendable. I guess if he would have been in this tournament, maybe in place of Liang Jingken, China would have been in a different position altogether, because handling his backhand, spin, speed, power, as well as forehand is not easy, and you can
1-1.
in any corner of the table. He has a power to come back from and put the ball on table.
And of course, you look back at the legacy of the likes of Fan Zhendong and Ma Long. Ma Long, obviously the greatest of all time, having won 2 consecutive Olympic golds. A good start post the timeout for Shinozuka, attacking Lim there on his backhand. Gets his first point in this 4th game.
2-2.
Misses on the serve. Oh, it's off the net, sorry.
Four to 2.
It's 4-2 now. A towel break. The only other match that is going on is on table number 3, and it's for the 7th and 8th position. India and Hong Kong, China are deadlocked at 2-2, and it's now gone into the 5th game, 5th match, with Swastika Ghosh taking on Su Isku.
4-4.
It's for the first time right now into the stadium I am hearing less cheer for India, not because they're not supporting them, but yes, such a power match is going on between Japan and China.
5-5.
Yeah, all eyes are on table number 1, the center court, if I may say.
Lin Shidong doing a phenomenal job here. Quietly,
6-5.
or rather I would say stealing the show quietly from Hiroto. Oh, he catched the ball. He caught it. He was like a jaunty road in the middle of the table. Just got that ball in his hand.
6-6.
Viewers joining us from around the globe, that is a reference to the sport of cricket, where a lot of actions involve catching the ball, and Jaunty Rhodes was one of the finest in terms of doing that. Shinozuka just holding on, Although you may sense that the margin of the points is just 1, and okay, there's a timeout now.
7-7.
Timeout this time from the Chinese side of things.
Bit of a breather here for the players.
8-7.
Last finishing touches by Wong Hao.
Shinozuka just getting a
10-7.
leadership and tips from his coach and teammates. Still don't see Harimoto Tomakazu over there. Tomakazu, they have just gone to cool down a touch.
Ten to 8.
Calm before the storm.
A pause, actually. The match has been a storm completely.
10 to 9.
Oh, timeout proving effective there for Japan as Shinozuka draws level here in this fourth game.
10 to 10.
Backhand of Hiroto.
But Lin still manages to steal that point and moves up 7-6. All Wang Hao must have told him that just close out this encounter. Just close it out. Take it 3-1. Don't let it go into the fifth game.
10 to 11.
If Shinozuka is going to play like that, then there's a very good possibility that we are going into a fifth game.
Bit of a misjudgment by Shidong. Very unlikely you see that such higher ranked players makes a mistake of on the service.
11 to 11.
Practice a lot.
He's placed that well. And that's gone past Shinozuka, who didn't have the time to outstretch his hand and then return it. 8-7. What do you think, Sachin? Are we heading into a fifth game?
12 to 11.
Only 2 points away now from winning this contest here, Lin Shidong. He could be the man who would turn the ship around for China, or at least pivot it a little bit. Shinozuka still holding on. Still holding on. May just be a step behind, but he is just trying to keep pace here with Lin Shidong. It's 9 all. 9 all. Okay, now you answer my question. Are we going into a fifth one?
14 to 12.
Who is not the answer? Come on. Tell me.
Let me watch this point.
Well, he's got a game point now. Now you tell me.
A lot depend upon the receive that Hiroto will do for this particular one. And look at this. Shidong surprised him with the long, deep service into the backhand. Looks, that shows the confidence there into the middle.
Yes, now Shinozuka serves.
Almost a similar strategy applied by Hiroto. Tit for tat. Long services to each other. This time Shidong is completely taken aback and a surprise. Taking away that point, game point for Hiroto. This time Hiroto turn around with that power shot.
0 to 0.
To the next game now. Decider. That's quite a shot. Hiroto did a commendable job here. At some point of time, it looked like that Shidong was in complete control over this game. China's squad is returning to the table. We could see
2 to 0.
Lincoln moving back.
Oh my word. This has been a sparkling display by the Japanese unit. Hiroto Shinozuka, after those 2 games in the middle, you would have thought that he has lost steam because Lin Shidong bounced back to win them 11
3 to 0.
But then he pulled out every ounce of energy from his tank and then produced a result 12-10 to take this into the fifth game. China in danger. China in real danger.
3 to 1.
It's Japan who are threatening their status as the champions of Asia. Both players now summoned towards the game
4 to
at
1.
this table. It's going to be Lin Shidong to serve to start things off in this important fifth game. Starts off well. Starts off very well.
Five to 1.
Lin Shidong gave everything what he had for this shot. Look at the way he rotated his wrist and the hand with so much of power, absolute sheer dominance.
Yes, you're right. Sheer dominance. Shinozuka with his serve. What's he got?
6 to 1.
So go on for this point. Go on for this point. What a rally. What a rally. Shidong from behind. Tried to convert
6 to
the
3.
opponent, but absolute sheer. It's a 21 firecracker rally. Let me say it again. It's a firecracker rally of 21 shots. Super score on your screen.
21 shot long, and this is how intense this match
6
is.
to 4.
Min manages to get a point there. Tried to go for it. Tried to go for it, but misses.
Seven to 5.
Now it's Lin Shidong who's made the error. Gives another point. A towel break. Both the teams are done with their timeouts. Unlike the previous match, Sachin, where Sora Matsushima waited right until the fifth game to use his timeout, we aren't going to have any of those provisions here.
Oh, Hiroto. That receive was onto the body.
Yeah, but it hit the net also along the way. So
8 to 5.
he just put his hand up as well there, Lin Shidong.
Yes, absolutely. That's a lucky point out there. And China certainly needs this kind of a luck, because we have seen Sora had got a lot of lucky points on a critical juncture there.
9 to 6.
That's a good response.
Getting one more point here. Slowly trying to
10 to
close out
6.
that gap. But still very far. In such critical matches, every point takes a lot of energy. But again, 4-5 quietly.
Eleven to 7.
I'm just wondering, the way Hiroto is coming back, can he be the hero, the Hiroto of the match?
Oh, at the moment, Lin wants to be the hero for his team. All he has to do is win this game, then leave it to Wang Chuqin and Liang Jingkun. It's a good serve there, moves up to 5-7, but the serve has now gone back to Lin, so it's going to be Lin to serve.
Yes, it was quite an intelligent service that shows that Hiroto's sheer perseverance. He knows that Japan is already leading by 2 points. Can he do it? It's 8-5. Hiroto missing onto that spinny backhand. Response by Lin Shidong.
Oh, just made him draw forward. Drew him forward rather. So Shinozuka, while Lin Shidong has got the lead, Shinozuka still holding
1 to 0.
Come on, it's gone a little bit quiet here. I don't know why. Maybe it's just everyone so focused on table number one. What a return! It was blocked by Lin Shidong. It was an empty corner, and there was no way that
3 to
Shidong
0.
was going to move that far and then attempt a return.
You can see that now Lin Shidong is fighting for his nation.
Missed it. And that's going to be match point for Lin Shidong to take us forward.
Lin Shidong lifted the emotions in the Chinese corner there. You can see in the Chinese corner standing ovation by Wang Hao. What a game, what a perseverance. At some point of time it looked like that Shidong is going to get 3-0, but no way. Hiroto fought back, but again Shidong defended the Great Wall of China there.
Well, we are now going to go into a clash of the true titans, the titans of titans, because, you know, it's going to be Harimoto Tomokazu and Wang Chuqin. But before we go there, here are the winners that Lin Shidong managed to put out during this match.
Yes, you could see a lot more focus Lin Shidong has done in the center, right into the body, deep down the line there. And again, he's putting little more focus on extreme forehand of the opponent. What a strategy!
3 to 1.
Dominance of strokes he's having there.
Yeah, that's right. And now, just having a look at the Japanese.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.
3 to 2.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.
4 to 2.
This is a long road to the finals.
5 to 2.
Finals for continental glory. In the semi-final, the rivals, China and Japan, battling on. Liang to serve. This is out first up, and Matsushima has won that first point.
6 to 2.
Returns with a comprehensive forehand. Tora Matsushima, the youngster, what's he got?
7 to 2.
Well, currently Liang Jinkun, just the way that he has started with those decisive shots, apart from that first passage of play, quite good. This time he misses his mark. It's going to be two apiece. Sachin, it's the 18-year-old
9 to
versus the
2.
28-year-old. The 16th rank versus the 7th rank. A man who has earlier in this contest won a 5-gamer. This is going to be fascinating. These two have played each other twice before.
16 versus 7, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7.
9 to 3.
On a lighter note, going to be anybody's match right now. And looking at Sora's fiery right now, anything can happen. Liang Jinkun, a lot depends upon him. Pressure.
Yeah, missed out
10 to 4.
You said it right. It is pressure. It is definitely pressure. 3-all. Sora Matsushima was so brilliant in that 5-gamer earlier. This is out on that return there, Liang. These two have played each other very recently. Sachin, during the China smash,
10 to 5.
Sora Matsushima who won. Very recent history. Not even recent history, very recent history.
It's 4-all. Some bit of gifts going on to the table, equalizing the tally to 4-all.
11 to 5.
The Chinese have definitely managed to bounce back here, which is why they are known as the world leaders of table tennis. Initially, he had outstretched himself very well to get that forehand in Liang, but it was always Matsushima who was going to be in control, and ultimately Liang has put it out wide. Level again at 5 each.
What I love about Liang Jingkan is that if you place him onto the extreme forehand, he can literally hit that with the equal power and then fly back onto the backhand. Look at this. He was ready to fly back again. What a superb footwork movement. Such a class apart. He's the only player who can jump around to the backhand side of it at the same speed.
0 to 0.
See more of that brilliance hopefully during this match. It is now 6-all in the first game.
Oh, that's the full throttle forehand by Liang Jingkan.
Yes, it was full throttle, and I wonder why in the middle of it Matsushima actually slowed the pace down.
Looks like it's
0 to 1.
personal match going on. It's 50-50 while they are combating for the nation. But lot at stake. Aura. What an aura on that table.
1 to 2.
The way you hit that spinny forehand.
Well, it spun, and he also reduced the pace in that rally. This time another point. Liang Jingkun's backhand lands onto the net, and Matsushima has taken the lead now as both players are inching towards
2 to
the
3.
double-figure mark. Oh,
It's 9-7. Tora is leading in this decider match between Liang Jingkan. Both are.
3 to 3.
It's a 50-50 score between them.
well, we know that the early match, in fact, the early passage of play isn't any indication of what will happen later, as we figured out during the last match. Liang gets a point back as well. Like throughout that last match,
4 to 3.
We could see Chinese fans in the audience with their signature voice.
and that voice is going to silence a little bit because now it's Matsushima who's gotten the game point. Well, talking about the luck factor, I think Wang Chuqin got that luck factor when it mattered.
4 to 4.
And ultimately, that's a clincher.
Tora with that loud roar, getting on to the first point for Japan. What a moment, what a match.
Wow. Sachin,
5 to
Sora looked
5.
very assured. Liang Jingkun threw everything at him, and this 18-year-old has shown really great maturity during this match. One would have thought, before coming to Bhubaneswar, that Chinese would largely be unchallenged. Having said that, the men from Tokyo, Yokohama, or wherever they are from in the land of Japan have really turned it on here.
Absolutely. And with right now, the way Wang Hao is explaining, why don't you push Sora with the side spin, forehand toss spin? These strategic
5 to 6.
moves differentiates from any other country. China, that's how they define these strokes. He knows that Sora is pretty good with extreme backhand. Your toss spin cannot be straight. He's suggesting, looks like he's suggesting that Go for more side spinning.
5 to 7.
There. Push Sora more deeper inside and then push him back to the forehand.
That's well there, Liang. The second game has begun here. This is the fifth match, the decider. We will soon find out who will find
5 to
place in
8.
the final alongside Hong Kong, China.
Oh, that jump toss spin. He was in the air while he hit that toss spin. Beautiful stroke. Liang Jingken absolutely in control. Keeping the control on of the second game.
6 to 8.
That was let off the net. Liang wanting to get set.
Oh, onto the down the line backhand by Liang. It was a beautiful setup. Again, back-to-back 2 points for Sora. Now Liang Jingken is unable to hold on to that 2 points lead. Not for a long time. Sora with his magical serves.
7 to 9.
Hit that out wide. Was trying to block it with his backhand.
Did you notice that the way Liang Jingken made a slight change and hit that backhand onto the down the line? Oh,
This time, fortune favored Matsushima.
absolutely.
Well, I didn't notice during that subtle change that Liang made earlier, which is why, Sachin, I have you here in the commentary box to tell me about all that. Anyways, it is now 3 each, 3 all.
8 to 10.
Yeah, it's a let serve. So yes, Sachin, as I was saying that I didn't notice that subtle change, and for that I've got you in the commentary box, you know, being the technician to point all those things out.
Oh, again a let point. The luck is favoring Japan today. It's
For now.
favored Sora.
For now, but at the most critical moment, who is it going to favor? That is the question.
Okay, he squared away in style. Pushed the ball to the
8 to
extreme.
11.
Liang Jingken had a perfect setup. He's saying, what else do I do right now? I was not expecting timeout. Look at this. He showed it through the emotion. For the first time, the monk showed the emotion on the table.
A timeout, and now Wang Hao just gesturing. Now look at this, Sachin. You've got to have a look at this. He is indicating with his left hand. What do you make of this?
It looks difficult, but looks like whenever Wang Hao explains anything, it's like a dictation. Just do as I'm saying. No more changes.
However, as we know, just the fact that the Chinese players, they come through a very, very robust system, and after that, they also learn how to think for themselves, you know, out there in the middle. You get that nudge, you get that help from the coaches, but then ultimately, it's you out there.
Right now, looks like Sora is out there a little earlier. He's saying, I am well prepared, I'm leading. And we have seen that the way Sora has shown confidence in the last match. Coach wanted the timeout. Sora
0 to 1.
denied. That shows the confidence on this young 18-year-old kid.
And then when did he take it? In the 5th game. That bit of a break helping.
I guess he was in two minds while he
1 to
taking it
2.
because he had so much of room. He thought, should I go for the down the line or cross court?
Off the net and gone out.
Did you hear the grunt by both the players there?
2 to 2.
This time it's Sora who misses, and it's gone up to 6-5 now. Liang just behind Matsushima.
3 to 2.
Sora well timed it. It was a beautiful shot received. Liang Jinkin and hit back right in the center. A bit slower spin this time. Quite a strategy in that nanosecond. Quite an intelligence by this 18-year-old.
3 to 3.
Oh, on that return, tried to play the backhand, but only managed to get it on the net. A very good serve there by Shora.
4 to 3.
Sora is really showing the magic of complete, a full-blown lefty player here. Perfect services, ripping backhand, pull at forehand, amazing blocks. A complete player in itself.
4 to 5.
Yeah, that's just gone a little bit out.
Liang Jinkin with that floated warm-up there. 9-6 down. No mercy by
4 to
Sora
6.
Harimoto. He could judge that reverse pendulum service. Went on with that banana.
And now it is game point. Got to wait. That banana that you just spoke about, just the way he executed it and quick hands.
Not just quick, but with so much of force there. This time Liang Jinkun could read the service really well, closing the lead. Towel break here. Few seconds
5
go
to
down
7.
before he's going to serve and trying to equalize the score. Still 2 game points by Sora.
2 game points. If it was anybody else, they would have been tempted to take the timeout, possibly.
6 to 7.
It's a leg serve, so it's got to do that again. My, it's so action-packed, right? Every time the ball crosses over the net, we feel as if something's happened. How good was that serve?
7 to 7.
Serve, Sachin.
I would say that quite a gutsy move by Liang Jinkun. Maybe this time he loaded that service with a bit of an overspin.
Eight to 8.
This time, luck was in favor of Liang Jinkun. But ball touched the net. Standing ovation.
And what a return. He was down 10-6. Now it's 10-all with Sora to serve.
No, he was in a hurry there. He was in a hurry. Hurry spoils curry.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that curry. Nothing good comes out if you're in a hurry, of course.
Oh, what a powerful forehand it is. It's such a
9 to 8.
11-all now. 11-all. Oh, he misses. On numerous occasions, you would have felt that with those forceful shots, he had gotten past Liang.
10 to 8.
But Liang managed to block them every single time. Phenomenal.
You could see such a class of table tennis. They are not just defending their nation. Liang Jinkun,
0 to 0.
deep breath now. With 1-all.
Yes, it's 1-all, and both teams now heading back towards their bench, and there will be, of course, a little bit of deliberations as to what is to be done. This is, of course, the decider, one where we will get to know who moves into the final.
Sora, if you could see how slowly he is moving to the coach's corner there, thinking, my goodness, I had the lead.
Yeah, what if? That question, what if, is one that troubles all human beings.
So much of self-introspection. Look at this. He's taking time. Nobody is advising him. Everyone knows that. Sora knows what is he doing.
Yeah, the coach is just trying to put his point across. But yeah, there's also a bit of dejection, one would say. Dejection that I had 4 game points and I failed to convert those.
Yes.
Likewise, Harimoto will also be thinking, I was up 6-3 in that last game. I could have closed it out.
Oh, beautiful. That was quite a... This time, Liang Jinken didn't go for extremes. Kept him in the middle.
Now it's more about Shora composing himself.
Sora has not been able to come out of the hangover of the second game.
He needs to compose himself. He just needs to, because there's no point in reflecting on the past here. Yes, play like that, young man. Play like that. You'll be all right.
That backhand reminds me of Ma Long's backhand in one of the Olympics.
Now he'll feel better. He's equalized at 2-all. Now that's some comparison with Ma Long, the greatest of all time. You've definitely seen a spark of excellence here in Shora.
Oh yes, complete player.
Oh, he just tried to give it that direction, but it goes a little bit wide.
Liang Jinken with 1 point lead. Liang to serve. Oh, it was a beautiful setup done by him. It didn't allow Sora to go for a killer backhand. Liang Jinken is absolutely using the rights, but couldn't execute the point. It's 3-all.
Count this rally. We've got to.
Wow, Liang Jinken! Where were you? Where were you? Such a power rally it was. He had everything. And look at the standing ovation by Wang Hao, 17 counts rally.
This is a long road to the finals. The finals for continental glory. In the semi-final, the rivals, China and Japan, battling on. Liang to serve. This is out first up, and Matsushima has won that first point. Returns with a comprehensive forehand. Tora Matsushima, the youngster, what's he got? Well, currently Liang Jinken, just the way that he has started with those decisive shots, apart from that first passage of play, quite good. This time he misses his mark. It's going to be 2 apiece. Sachin, it's the 18-year-old against the 28-year-old. The 16th rank versus the 7th rank. A man who has earlier in this contest won a 5-gamer. This is going to be fascinating. These two have played each other twice before.
16th versus 7th, 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. So this could not be, on a lighter note, going to be anybody's match right now. And looking at Sora's fiery right now, anything can happen. Liang Jinken, a lot depends upon him. Pressure.
Yeah, missed out on that serve. You said it right. It is pressure. It is definitely pressure. we all, Sora Matsushima was so brilliant in that 5-gamer earlier. This is out on that return there, Liang. These two have played each other very recently. Sachin, during the China smash, it was Sora Matsushima who won. Very recent history. Not even recent history, very recent history.
It's for all. Some bit of gifts going on to the table, equalizing the tally to 4 all.
Well, the Chinese have definitely managed to bounce back here, which is why they are known as the world leaders of table tennis. Initially, he had outstretched himself very well to get that forehand in Liang, but it was always Matsushima who was going to be in control, and ultimately Liang has put it out wide. Level again at 5 each.
What I love about Liang Jingkan is that if you place him onto the extreme forehand, he can literally hit that with the equal power and then fly back onto the backhand. Look at this. He was ready to fly back again. What a superb footwork movement. Such a class apart. He's the only player who can jump around to the backhand side of it at the same speed.
We will see more of that brilliance hopefully during this match. It is now 6 all in the first game.
Oh, that's a full throttle forehand by Liang Jingkan.
Yes, it was full throttle, and I wonder why in the middle of it Matsushima actually slowed the pace down.
Looks like it's a lot of a personal match going on. It's 50-50 while they are combating for the nation. But lot at stake. Aura. What an aura on that table. The way you hit that spinny forehand.
Well, it spun, and he also reduced the pace in that rally. This time another point. Liang Jingkun's backhand lands onto the net, and Matsushima has taken the lead now as both players are inching towards the double figure mark.
Whoa. It's 9-7. Tora is leading in this decider match between Liang Jingkan. Both are. It's a 50-50 score between them.
Well, we know that the early match, in fact the early passage of play isn't any indication of what will happen later, as we figured out during the last match. Liang gets a point back as well. Like throughout that last match,
We could see Chinese fans in the audience with their signature voice.
and that voice is going to silence a little bit, because now it's Matsushima who's gotten the game point. Well, talking about the luck factor, I think Wang Chuqin got that luck factor when it mattered the most. And ultimately, that's a clincher.
Tora with that loud roar, getting on to the first point for Japan. What a moment, what a match.
Wow. Sachin, Sora looked very assured. Liang Jingkun threw everything at him, and this 18-year-old has shown really great maturity during this match. One would have thought, before coming to Bhubaneswar, that Chinese would largely be unchallenged. Having said that, Tokyo, the men from Tokyo, Yokohama, or wherever they are from in the land of Japan, have really turned it on here.
Like, absolutely. And with right now, the way Wang Hao is explaining, why don't you push Sora with the side spin, forehand toss spin? These strategic moves differentiates from any other country. China, that's how they define these strokes. He knows that Sora is pretty good with extreme backhand. Your toss spin cannot be straight. He is suggesting, looks like he's suggesting that go for more side spinny backhands there. Push Sora more deeper inside and then push him back to the forehand.
That's well there, Liang. The second game has begun here. This is the fifth match, the decider. We will soon find out who will find a place in the final alongside Hong Kong, China.
Oh, that jump topspin. He was in the air while he hit that topspin. Beautiful stroke. Liang Jingken absolutely in control. Keeping the control on of the second game.
That was let off the net. Liang wanting to get set.
Oh, onto the down the line backhand by Liang. It was a beautiful setup. Again, back-to-back 2 points for Sora. Now Liang Jingken is unable to hold on to that 2 points lead. Not for a long time. Sora with his magical serves.
Hit that out wide. Was trying to block it with his backhand.
Did you notice that the way Liang Jingken made a slight change and hit that backhand onto the down the line? Oh,
This time, fortune favored Matsushima.
absolutely.
Well, I didn't notice during that subtle change that Liang made earlier, which is why, Sachin, I have you here in the commentary box to tell me about all that. Anyways, it is now 3 each, 3 all. Yeah, it's a let serve. So yes, Sachin, as I was saying that I didn't notice that subtle change, and for that I've got you in the commentary box, you know, being the technician to point all those things out.
Oh, again a let point. The luck is favoring Japan today.
For
It's
now.
favored Sora.
For now, but at the most critical moment, who is it going to favor? That is the question.
Okay, he swayed away in style. Pushed the ball to the extreme forehand. Liang Jingken had a perfect setup. He's saying, what else do I do right now? I was not expecting. Timeout. Look at this. He showed it through the emotion. For the first time, the monk showed the emotion on the table.
A timeout, and now Wang Hao just gesturing. Now look at this, Sachin. You've got to have a look at this. He is indicating with his left hand. What do you make of this?
It looks difficult, but looks like whenever Wang Hao explains anything, it's like a dictation. Just do as I'm saying. No more changes.
However, as we know, just the fact that the Chinese players, they come through a very, very robust system, and after that, they also learn how to think for themselves, you know, out there in the middle. You get that nudge, you get that help from the coaches, but then ultimately, it's you out there.
Right now, looks like Sora is out there a little earlier. He's saying, I am well prepared, I'm leading. And we have seen that, the way Sora has shown confidence in the last match. Coach wanted the timeout. Sora thought about it, but denied. That shows the confidence on this young 18-year-old kid.
And then when did he take it? In the 5th game. That bit of a break helping.
I guess he was in two minds while he was hitting that, because he had so much of room. He thought, should I go for the down the line or cross court?
Off the net and gone out.
Did you hear the grunt by both the players there?
This time it's Sora who misses, and it's gone up to 6-5 now. Liang just behind Matsushima.
Sora well timed it. It was a beautiful shot received. Liang Liang Jinkin and hit back right in the center. A bit slower spin this time. Quite a strategy in that nanosecond. Quite an intelligence by this 18-year-old.
Oh, on that return, tried to play the backhand, but only managed to get it on the net. A very good serve there by Shora.
Shora is really showing the magic of a full-blown lefty player here. Perfect services, ripping backhand, pull at forehand, amazing blocks. A complete player in itself.
Yeah, that's just gone a little bit out.
Liang Jinkin with that floated warm-up there. 9-6 down. No mercy by Kara Harimoto. He could judge that reverse pendulum service. Went on with that banana.
And now it is game point. Got to wait. That banana that you just spoke about, just the way he executed it and quick hands.
Not just quick, but with so much of force there. This time Liang Jinkin could read the service really well, closing the lead. Towel break here. Few seconds to cool down before he's going to serve and trying to equalize the score. Still 2 game points by Sora.
2 game points. If it was anybody else, they would have been tempted to take the timeout, possibly.
Oh,
It's a leg serve, so it's got to do that again. My, it's so action-packed, right? Every time the ball crosses over the net, we feel as if something's happened. How good was that serve? How good was that serve, Sachin?
I would say that quite a gutsy move by Liang Jinkin. Maybe this time he loaded that service with a bit of an overspin. This time, luck was in favor of Liang Jinkin. But ball touched the net. Standing ovation.
And what a return. He was down 10-6. Now it's 10-all with Sora to serve.
No, he was in a hurry there. He was in a hurry. Hurry spoils curry.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that curry. Nothing good comes out if you're in a hurry, of course.
Oh, what a powerful forehand it is. With such a precision there.
11-all now. 11-all. Oh, he misses. On numerous occasions, you would have felt that with those forceful shots, he had gotten past Liang, but Liang managed to block them every single time. Phenomenal.
You could see such a class of table tennis. They are not just defending their nation. Liang Jinkin with a deep breath now. With 1-all.
Yes, it's 1-all, and both teams now heading back towards their bench, and there will be, of course, a little bit of deliberations as to what is to be done. This is, of course, the decider, one where we will get to know who moves into the final.
Sora, if you could see how slowly he is moving to the coach's corner there, thinking, my goodness, I had the lead.
Yeah, what if? That question, what if, is one that troubles all human beings.
So much of self-introspection. Look at this. He's taking time. Nobody is advising him. Everyone knows that. Sora knows what is he doing.
Yeah, the coach is just trying to put his point across. But yeah, there's also a bit of dejection, one would say. Dejection that I had 4 game points, and I failed to convert those.
Yes.
Likewise, Harimoto will also be thinking, I was up 6-3 in that last game. I could have closed it out.
Oh, beautiful. That was quite a... This time, Liang Jinkan didn't go for extremes. Kept him in the middle.
Now it's more about Shora composing himself.
Sora has not been able to come out of the hangover of the second game.
He needs to compose himself. He just needs to, because there's no point in reflecting on the past here.
Oh.
Yes, play like that, young man. Play like that. You'll be all right.
That backhand reminds me of Ma Long's backhand in one of the Olympics.
Now he'll feel better. He's equalized at 2-all. Now that's some comparison with Ma Long, the greatest of all time. You've definitely seen a spark of excellence here in Shora.
Oh yes, complete player.
Oh, he just tried to give it that direction, but it goes a little bit wide.
Liang Jinkan with 1 point lead. Liang to serve. Oh, it was a beautiful setup done by him. It didn't allow Sora to go for a killer backhand. Liang Jinkan is absolutely using the rights, but couldn't execute the point. It's 3-all.
Count this rally. We've got to.
Wow, Liang Jinkan! Where were you? Where were you? Such a power rally it was. He had everything. And look at the standing ovation by Wang Hao, 17 counts rally. Super stats. The AI captured this marvel moment.
Misses. Now with every miss, you can see the dejection in Sora's body language. And this isn't helping him one bit. Not one bit. If anything, it is draining his energy. And he needs that energy to be channelized in the right direction.
Yes, Liang Jinkan is telling him that separates from man to a boy.
Gets that point courtesy. The ball going a little bit long. Liang Jinkan still leading by 1 point. Now it's all level, all square at 5-all.
Again, the game's levels up. Sora, can he do it?
Wow, what's happening here, Liang? He has missed it on 3 consecutive occasions going past that line. What happened?
That's a momentary loss. Sora wanted to go for the killer forehand. Jumping, surprising. Certainly he's still not completely recovered from the second game.
How would you? It's difficult, yes, but you have to. You have to, young man.
Oh, that's a skinny forehand. Such a edgy rally. Loaded with spin. Loaded with grit.
And loaded with character. In fact, this entire match has been loaded with character. Both teams showing their temperament. And ultimately, the result will be decided by a very small margin, one would say.
For tough luck here, he wanted to go for a deep slice there.
A well-earned point there by Liang. It was competitive, it was fast. He also tried to vary the pace there, Shora. But Liang was ready for everything. He had an answer to everything.
Boy, 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 what a rally it was. Sora is giving everything. Literally, he snatched the rally from the hands of Liang Jingken. It was a beautiful placement into the deep backhand of Sora. What a recovery he did and came back with that heavy loaded down the line. Absolutely marvelous.
Marvelous is just one word that you can use to describe this match that we have been witnessing since the evening.
It was a misjudgment here. Liang Jingken made no mistake in converting it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching the third game right now. China leading by 1 point. Sora this time came back with everything he had, inching it closer. 9-all. Now Sora to serve. Can he do something magical here?
The last game had gone.
Yes, he did it. This time he went for a shovel service. Got the point. Coming back to the business again.
Yes, it's game point for Shora. Misses. And we are all level again at 10-all. Just like the previous game, Sachin. Just like the previous game.
Yes. He is getting a bit impatient here. Now that is quite a forehand there. Liang Jingken wanted to change the spin. Loopy spin. But Sora turned around, converted into a forehand winner.
And what a winner that was. This time he's put it out wide. Wanted to do almost something similar.
You could see China has brought in the entire army here to motivate. Japan is no less. The fans spreading all across the stadium. Another roll from Sora. Liang Jingken wanted to trust his more forehand this time.
You know, we say shore for roar in Hindi, and that's Shora out there.
Yes, he did it. He did it. With a 2-1 lead now.
Absolutely has. The young man from Japan is lighting the stage here at the Kalinga Stadium. It is 2-1 and it is China, the defending champions, the leaders of world table tennis, chasing this game and to ensure that they stay on in the Asian Table Tennis Team Championships.
There's a pin drop silence right now.
Yeah, there was a pin drop silence after I finished my sentence. Tell me more about that.
Look at the body language of Sora this time. He is not dejected. He would be thinking, oh gosh, what did I do? I was 10-6 up.
That's okay. That's okay. Now that's gone. Now, Sachin, looking at the winners that Matsushima Sora has managed to put in this match, here's the graphic for you.
Here are the winners of Sora. More around the center as well as the center half of the table on the backhand side of it. Absolutely not allowing Liang to play the full-blown backhand here. What a placement strategy.
and there was only one of them on the right side of the table, but that was one shot that really stood out, and you will remember that. I will remember that because he played it with almost his feet off the ground.
Sora is serving to get the match here. First ball, first point. Liang to defend. Missing out to the dripping backhand. Questioning the pace of the ball. It's 1-1.
Now, who do you think is this a bigger test for? Is it for Shora or for Liang? A test of character, patience, everything. A bit of a sorry there. It just lobbed off the net. Tell me, Sachin, what is your perspective?
Yes, it's going to be a test of the grit along with patience. Shora has to really show patience here.
So you believe it's a bigger test for him when compared to Liang?
Yes.
Yeah, because if shots like those keep coming, then it's going to be Shora who's going to handle himself temperamentally.
Yes, absolutely. It's 2-2. See, look at the way body language is changing. You cannot shut down your shoulders there. Yang Jinkan, absolutely, with the monk face there.
Yeah, you call that right.
Oh, beautiful block. He was absolutely ready in that position. Shora questioning it.
Now he's down by 2 points. Mustn't get carried away. Mustn't get carried away at all. Whatever be the score, whether it's in your favor or against you, don't get carried away. Just focus on the next point. Is the pressure just reflecting here in the way Shora is approaching this? Quite a lot of times it's also the fact that when you're, say, getting closer to the prospect of victory, you get more nervous. No nerves in that one. Absolutely no nerves. He executed it to perfection.
Absolutely. The way he played his backhand, he controlled the spin. It was quite a difficult shot he played. This time, Liang Jinkan is replying back with counter spin attacks. He is absolutely in position. That's a great footwork. Great footwork, I would say.
Nice play with the words there. And that was, in fact, really good wrist work, one would say.
It's a ripping backhand in a Shidong style, replicated by Liang Jinkan.
Wow, he has managed to get that point, but it now requires a sequence of points. It was impressive, that one.
Yes, it was. Absolutely, he showed no emotion after the point.
And showing no emotion, or rather little to no emotion, is Liang. Just a bit of a punch, but the face remains as calm and composed as one would get. It's 8-4 in favor of Liang. Missed it. And Liang is on his way to level things in this fifth match and the decider. It's game point. And it looks like we are definitely heading towards a decider.
Yes, his body language is down. No, you cannot show this body language. The world is watching you. The kids are watching you.
And we are going into the decider. Sachin, all the 5 matches in this encounter have gone into the 5th game. All of them. The first 2 were won by Japan.
This time, look at this. Wang Hao with so much of surety. Look, this is how. This is something what I mentioned to you.
A lot of times in such tough situations, if your teammates and your coaches have got an air of confidence, an air of assurance, it automatically rubs off on you. So quite possibly, Wang Hao, yes, of course he believes. Of course he believes that Liang Jingun can win this next game for his team and take them through to the final. However, what are the emotions on the other side? I just somehow sense a bit of nerves in the Japanese camp.
Yes, absolutely. Sora had to show a far more mature play. He has to come out of all the defeat he had had. It's 2-all. Liang Jingchen with that determination to serve fifth and final game.
And this is possibly a capitulation because Shora Matsushima, I don't know, it's just something's happened to him since the beginning of that fourth game. There's still some distance to go. Oh my word. No, you have come so far. It is the last mile in the marathon. Only a little bit more, young man. He'll feel better. His teammates celebrate, but he runs across to take the ball.
Yes, absolutely. Doesn't want to lose to the momentum there.
Hits that out. The Japanese cheers get louder. In fact, I beg your pardon, it's the Chinese cheers.
P1 lead. Decider match. Semi-final. Good decision by Sora.
Yes, it is important to take the timeout now. You don't want to do what you did earlier in this match when you were facing Wang Chuqin. You waited until the very last moment. The very last moment of the fifth game when you opted for the timeout. But back then, your margin was quite clear and Wang Chuqin had accrued a few points. Now it is different. It is the decider and your opponent has taken the advantage, early advantage at 3-1.
Yes, but we have seen that tables have turned. Tails have moved. Sora taking some deep breaths. Body language looking much better. Liang Jingchen on the other side is far more confident with the body language, not just because of the score, but the way he is playing, absolutely in control.
Yes, even after he had lost that third game, with Shora making it 2-1, there wasn't any panic as such. Now, here we go, once again after the timeout.
Good comeback by Sora.
Good
Well
comeback.
placed it.
Yeah, very nimble-footed, and he went on to go a little bit forward and placed it.
Yes, didn't take any risk there.
He didn't try to hit it too hard as well, so that was impressive. This time onto the net though.
What a beautiful power play by Liang Jingchen. Right. Absolutely guarding all the corners, standing in the center. Charging at Sora. 2-4. Oh, just changed. He wanted to go for a banana flick, but changed the rhythm with a soft push there. Sora misjudged the timing. Cheering up, gearing up by the supporters there. Fans and the team members.
And now we have a swap over here. Obviously, since the fifth point has been achieved by one of the players. Swapping sides.
Oh, it's a good point. It's a good point he has taken. Quite a confidence must have got.
A lot of pace in that rally, wasn't it?
Yes, a dose of confidence. This is something what Sora loves it. What a backhand he had. It was a beautiful placement by Liang Jingchen. He well timed it, well placed it. Sora came back, but Liang was ready. Now, 6-3.
6-3. Liang Jingkun to serve. Oh, moves across to 7-3. Tora Matsushima isn't the same player who won the third game in this contest.
Yes, absolutely. With this point, Liang Jingkun is very, very confident. Very much. No, he has given up. Tora has given up. That is something what we discussed, Nishad. It's not just a test of speed and grit. It's a test of patience there. You got to accept yourself that you can make errors, but your body language cannot change. Another point. Why? It's 7 match points there. The Great Wall of China halts the land of rising sun towards gold. Wow, what a moment! What a moment! What a game by Liang Jingkun! Everyone in the Chinese quarter would be so happy. They defended.
Absolutely. The men, the stars of the table tennis world have eclipsed the men from the land of the rising sun. It is a moment to remember, one that really assures you as to why they are genuine world dominators and world beaters in this sport. A place in the finals is theirs, and they have now set up a date with Hong Kong, China, and this big match is going to take place tomorrow. You've got to come back, because if today is anything to go.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.
Today, at the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup, Team China will play against Team Korea semifinal. Normally, Team China will win. In the final, it could be Team China versus Team Japan. In the semifinal, Team Germany plays against Team Japan. Who will win? Let's watch the previous encounter between the two teams.
Now, matches, but the first one is going to be Sora Matsushima of Japan taking on Wang Chuqin. Wang Chuqin is, of course, the world number 1. As the players warm up, just to set the context, now Wang Chuqin against Sora Matsushima. Sora Matsushima is only 18 years old, but this 18-year-old in front of you who's a left-hander is facing a stern test, as the 25-year-old world number 1 Wang Chuqin is before him. They've faced each other 3 times before this, and the last time and the most recent time was during the recent China smash, and Wang Chuqin was victorious 4-1. It is going to be a great game, we hope, and just the match that we witness right now with Harimoto and Liang, just to live up to that standard, Wow, it's going to be difficult, but we can still expect it, isn't it, Sachin? What are your expectations of this match as someone who's followed table tennis over the years? If you can just illustrate that for not only me, but for our viewers as well.
Definitely, I would want Sora to put up a good show here. Something magical. The way Farazi has been in this tournament. So it's quite a task for Sora, certainly. When you're facing semi-final, it's a very, very serious business for China. But if Sora can do a magic of getting this match from Wang Chuqin, then it will be quite a big thing for his career and stats. Because yes, stats matters a lot, but sometimes certain matches become far more defining moment for the career. And this is a big game again for Wang Chuqin, as he has to get 1 point for his team.
And also, tell me a little bit about this. We've seen this before in this competition, but left-hander versus left-hander, how different is this?
How different is this? I need to see this rally.
It was too quick.
It was quite a start.
Yeah, now maybe you can tell me.
I guess it's going to be a specifically these two lefties. It's going to be speed and twist and turn will be the defining moment, because both the services, or specifically of Wang Chuqin, are almost so close to the net. It's difficult to receive, and with the power strokes from both the ends, it's going to be very, very difficult.
But say a right-hander facing left-hander, of course, that's a challenge for the right-hander. Oh, what a shot.
That was a bullet into the body of Matsusema. Well saved, but Wang Chuqin came back with another bout onto his extreme forehand there.
We can see some patterns already, forehand to backhand. Now it's currently backhand to backhand, and Wang taking a slender lead at 3-2. So yes, it's so different now. Left-hander was left-hander. Oh, he went for that big booming forehand, but missed it.
Look at the kind of energy both the players are putting in. It's just 3-all, first game. All we have seen in such high-level tournament that generally players warm up. Sometimes somebody receives the serve, misses the serve, sometimes forehand.
And that was a point that Sora Matsushima truly deserved. He was on the attack and really made Wang struggle for that. But that rally lasted 10 shots. Oh, no chance of a rally there. It was an open corner. Matsushima was going one way and Wang saw that and then put it there.
Getting one more point to China.
Yeah, it's neck and neck approach. Oh, what a shot! That forehand, just the way that he hit it, and that swivel when he did that.
That's the cracker of a forehand. There was no way. One more point for China. It's 7-4 now. Wang Chuqin doing the job that he is supposed to do.
Well, the best man for the job.
8-4. Sora clearly inexperienced to receive that service, and that is why world number one. They can read the mind. They know the pattern.
He was caught up the shot. It was backhand to backhand. backhand, then backhand to forehand, and ultimately Matsushima with the winner, and he gets that. Now, as a left-hander, if you can just focus on the fact that don't get too many left-handers to practice against, how do you prepare? 2 points in a row.
I am just wondering. It was a beautiful placement of the service by Sora, but it was such a short receive done by Wang Chuqin. What a class, what a class. Yet, Wang to serve 8-6.
What a hit. It's a forehand dominated match. You can see the forehand winners from both sides. The previous match we saw both were backhand dominated. Now a contrast in styles with the two left-handers coming out.
I would still say that Sora has a pretty good backhand as compared to Wang. But look at the forehand, the way he plays. He turned around and hits a bullet. He goes onto the forehand, he hits a bullet. Such a strong forehand Wang Chuqin has. Sora to serve.
Oh, just climbed on him. I was surprised by the way it was rising, and now it's going to be a game point there, Sachin.
A beautiful strawberry by Wang Chuqin. Oh, it was a beautiful chop block by Sora. Wang played the mind game there with that short toss spin. But Sora was so beautiful. Such a swift chop block there. Now, Wang to serve 2 game points.
Yes, he still has the game point. May have been momentarily stopped. Let's serve. Hits the net, and Wang Chuqin has won the first game. The world number 1 doing what is expected of him. Wang Hao is of course banking on him so that China can draw level overall against Japan. So after the first game in the second match of this semi-final, it is the world number 1 leading 1-love.
Absolutely. Such a delight to see the first game and the way Wang Chuqin celebrated. Obviously, it's a celebration for his country, for his nation there.
So Sachin, now that we have a bit of a breather, if we can further discuss that point. See, left-handers are anyway a rare quantity in the world of table tennis, but as a left-hander, you yourself do not get players to practice against, right? So when you're facing a left-hander yourself, is it more difficult, say, to adjust when compared to a right-hander? Maybe a basic question, but if you can throw light on this aspect.
You know, finding left-handers, like I would bring an analogy here. How difficult it is to find a ruby. That's how difficult it is to find the good lefty players. And certainly, and in such nations where there's a culture of table tennis, yes, lefties are living in a less portion there, but you got to find out, you got to train them, and you got to put for a nation. And something what Wang Chuqin is doing this time, right into the body. Sora couldn't move there.
Yes, he had no chance. It came to him like a tracer bullet, to be honest. Dominated match, all right, and we got to see that forehand again. Now, obviously, again, in the first phase of this game, both the winners coming off both forehands.
Wang Chuqin, a bit confused with his spin. Suddenly the ball came onto his body. Sora, 2-1. Bit of a change in service by brought in Sora. Beautiful. Now he's playing mind game with Wang Chuqin, world number 1 on screen. Wang to serve. Oh, that was quite a block deep into the backhand. Both the players know each other, but they both have a very heavy loaded forehand. Unlike the last game with backhand dominated, they got to put them deep in the backhand there.
Oh, Matsushima. Now, he was actually backing his backhand over there. But talking about Wang Chuqin now, for the first time, facing this kind of deficit in this match. And that deficit grows bigger. We were talking about forehand winners, but unfortunately for Wang, he has landed that right into the net.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, it was a beautiful backhand by Sora. Well defended. Lost the rhythm. Wang Chuqin certainly getting the taste of his own medicine here with that power forehands by Sora. Much more younger to him. That was a heavy duty forehand packed up by the heavy duty forehand by Sora. Must have given good amount of confidence.
I like the term heavy duty over there because, in fact, if anything, this whole match is heavy duty because it's got the stars, a galaxy actually here at the Kalinga Stadium. Get one more point there as Matsushima hits the net. But Wang Chuqin is seen obviously as a successor to the greats like Ma Long and Fan Zhendong, and he's obviously played with them, won the team event at the Olympics alongside them. Matsushima hits head out wide.
Again, Sora wanted to power the backhand with much more power, missing onto the rhythm, making the score 7-4. You can hear the roar, the effort that Sora is making. He knows that he's leading. He knows that he has already lost 3 matches earlier, but doesn't matter. Today he is a challenger, challenging the status quo of world number 1, Wang Chuqin.
This time it was forehand to backhand, and ultimately you have been praising Matsushima's backhand. That was effective there as Matsushima moves to 9-4. This is quite a lead in the second game.
Oh, that was a change in receive. It's an intelligent move, not just fierce, but intelligence at play.
Now here's a chance for him to equalize. He equalizes. He equalizes. They are now 1 apiece against the world number 1. Matsushima has turned it on in the second game. 11-4, won by a fair margin there, Sachin. Did you expect that? I thought it would have been closer if he's going to win a game against Wang Chuqin.
Well, I guess in this particular game, Sora looks like that he's going to defeat Wang Chuqin after some of the initial points. Wang Chuqin started waving that he is not being able to see the ball clearly. Something is happening down there. And the way Sora charged him with that speedy forehand, speedy backhand, Wang Chuqin had no defense there.
Yes, Wang Hao now knows that China are being tested. Well and truly tested.
And looks like that Japan has a knack. While you have players like Wang Chuqin, who's the world number 1 right now, Japan has a knack of producing young players. Harimoto started defeating the biggest of the biggest Chinese player much earlier. Sora doing a fair amount of job.
Sora Matsushima had played, in fact, a 5-gamer in the quarterfinal, Sachin. That was against Republic of Korea, against Cho Dae-song actually, and Sora Matsushima emerged victorious 14-12, 10-12, 4-11. So he was down after 3 games 2-1, and then he bounced back 11-8, 11-4.
Sora continuing with this rhythm. Wang Chuqin looking at his teammates and the coach. There's something wrong.
Well, not for very long. That forehand was absolutely right. In fact, it was more than right.
Sora knew that he has lost the rhythm. He was trying his luck with that wave. Oh, that's quite a heavy loaded tight cut pendulum service into the body. Wang is using his experience to come up.
Oh, he was back. He was trying to defend, and ultimately Matsushima's aggression triumphs so that he levels at 2 apiece. It had taken the net, and Wang Chuqin responded, but he lobbed it over the table. Taking the lead yet again, Sora Matsushima into the net. Challenging Wang, the world number 1, to go for his forehand, but then he hits the net on that one.
Again, Wang Chuqin hit the bullet onto the body. Whenever he gets a short ball, he knows that Matosita can actually come back with his forehand, so he doesn't take a risk there. Puts the ball in the center. So much of grunt for this 1 point. With that, this point score is 5-3. Sora is really challenging Wang Chuqin in the team event.
Oh yes, it's quite a challenge that has been thrown towards the world number 1. Changes the pace with the serve, and that's gone off the net and out.
Sora, for the first time in this match, surprised Wang Chuqin with that reverse pendulum serve.
Yes, it was a different one. But this time though, Wang Chuqin manages to get one back now, and the serve is in his corner.
Wang Chuqin 4-6. Momentum with Japan.
That was decisive by Wang Chuqin. You could see him putting in all his energy and power, and although Matsushima was blocking, well, it was hit a little too hard.
From the look of it, looks like Sora was absolutely in control of Wang Chuqin's forehand. Oh, he blocked 3 backhand. But this time he wanted to finish off in style with the forehand, missing onto that length, taking Wang Chuqin to 6-all.
And are they going to go for a timeout by any chance? No, just taking a bit of a towel break. I would think that now could have been an ideal timeline for a timeout. He gets that point. It was a sequence of 3 consecutive points for Wang, and that's been broken right now.
Unlike Wang Chuqin, Sora brings a lot more variation with the spin. You can see again a reverse pendulum serve. He knew Wang is going to open up and will finish off with the powerful forehand. Missed out again. It's 7-all.
The interesting part is that Harimoto, I saw him just taking his back and walk away, may have just gone down to cool down a little bit, because he's got to play the 4th match, of course.
Sora,
If it comes to that. What happened there? He wanted to go for the forehand, missed it completely, and gradually one just gets the sense that Sora is feeling a lot more confident there, Sachin.
yes, absolutely. And with that confidence, I would definitely, with so much of confidence and grunt there, I would really wonder what the audience would be thinking. Sora or Wang? And Sora has 3 game points right now.
Now 2 game points, but yeah, it's been some sort of a test here for Wang.
Bit of a hurry. If Sora loses a point, you could expect a timeout here.
I'll hold you to that. Let's see. Yes, right away. You're right, my friend. It's a good call, and it's the perfect time now to take a timeout.
Yes. What happened?
Oh, he's not. He's not. Oh,
Okay.
we gotta wait.
Okay. There's a change.
There's a change. They have opted not to go for the timeout. There was a signal earlier. And now it's a deuce. Equalizing.
What a change in that moment. I think it's a moment to be noticed.
10 all right.
Coach signaled for timeout. Wow, that forehand in the body of Wang Chuqin for the first time. He has hit that. All this while, Wang Chuqin has been hitting the forehand in the body. Wow, what a moment.
Well, if you're here at the Kalinga Stadium, you would notice that you're just watching this match. Tora has got this game point and he's done it. Japan are leading 2-1 in this second match. They are 1-0 up already. The youngster, 18-year-old Sora Matsushima, is 2-1 up against the world number 1 Wang Chuqin. Now, the champion team, the defending champions, the ones who win medals everywhere, are being asked questions. They are being challenged. This is when the champions rise to the occasion. Here's a test for China. What have you got?
Looks like quite a challenger moment here. Harimoto won over Liang Jingkun. Absolutely at the right moment when he is expected to do the job. Followed up by this young Sora writing the new script for Japan, for his nation, for his team. There's a lot more action you can expect here. Wang Chuqin reporting back on the table. We already seen have so much of different variety of game here. Different services, different placements, power attacks, forehand, backhand. What else do we have in the drawer? Let's see. Wang to serve. Wang had placed the serve perfectly. Sora was a bit deceived. But Wang Chuqin missing on to that soft receive. Wang came back with that heavy loaded forehand down the line, winning that first point, opening his account 1-all. Sora again with a reverse pendulum serve, wanted to bring some change, missing on to that point. Could be costly. I love to see the way Sora, just being 18 years, the way he makes a space for himself. First with the backhand and then tries to convert the forehand. Unlike Wang, who more depends on to the forehand in initial part of the rallies. A beautiful block by Sora, right into the body. What do you say, Nishad, for that block he has done? It was a half chop block into the body.
I'm short of words, to be honest. It has been an incredible match right here. And you've got to say that this block, a slappy kind of a block, was truly amazing. Meanwhile, we have a timeout. And I've got to tell you this, Sachin. And you being a marketing expert definitely may agree with me. I think that the ATTU and the ITTF must adapt a tagline called "Age is no bar, age is just a number," because we have seen that convention being broken time and again in the field of table tennis.
Absolutely, age is important for the wine, but not for the warriors here. The older the wine, the better it is. The younger the player, fierce they are. And that's what Sora and as well as Farazi is demonstrating to the audience, to the young players, to the young fans that age, we are going to defy everything. We are going to defy the experience. We are playing for the nation. We are playing for the team.
Also, now that we are at such a critical juncture, if you have to pick a winner, who would it be? Let's just put you on the spot here. Quickly. That one goes out. Pick one, please.
Can you repeat it? I missed out in between the rally.
I said, who do you think is going to be the winner?
Oh, that's quite a heavy loaded. You can see right now, Wang Chuqin, after taking a timeout, is turning on the eyebrows there. This time, getting a standing ovation, difficult to predict. Sora, such a beautiful gameplay. It was such a short ball.
It's 4 apiece. Well, if you ask me, I would still back the world number 1 Wang Chuqin to bounce back. Having said that, what happened yesterday with Benjamin Farazi, anything is possible. But the momentum right now seems to have just shifted towards Wang Chuqin's corner, and he has moved up 5-4.
Wang Chuqin, this was your fastest forehand. Looks like it emerged from the anger. Sora missing on to that backhand. Missed just the pace completely. Wang Chuqin is tempting. He knows that he already has 2-1 up. You can see this is how experienced players.
(7-4) right now. You said experienced players. I just wonder, when are Japan going to go for that timeout? You didn't take it in that last game. All right, he won. But now, possibly could be one of those chances. But breaking that streak of points finally as Wang hits that out. Tell me about it. Now, when do you expect that Japan would go for the timeout? They had cancelled one already.
I guess the closer he gets to the Wang, I could expect in this particular game. Right now, Sora has to first cover up the lead and then gain some momentum over Wang. Now this time, for the first time, I can tell you, the coach of Chinese national team gave a standing ovation. He knows that Wang needs that support.
It's just raising his spirits a little bit. But at the moment, raising the flag for Japan is Sora Matsushima. He has leveled. It looked like Wang was on the prowl. But Sora Matsushima is trying to be the hunter that would arrest him.
Of a hurry here, Wang Chuqin for the first time in the match. You can see a roar from him. That how are you questioning my dominance? A beautiful wing block by Sora. Wang taking a Wang to surprise. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What twists and turns. 8-all. Sora with 2-1 lead.
Oh.
What a powerful forehand.
Extremely powerful, but then Sora also tried to, give a riposte of his own.
Okay, I would want to see what umpires are going to do. Expected yellow card. Sora was not happy. Certainly, you cannot break the discipline and decorum. Table tennis is bigger than the play. Sora just thumbed the table. You cannot do that. All the viewers and the fans who are watching right now, not allowed. Game is bigger. That's what the umpires are calling it out. Whatever the rank is, doesn't matter.
Both the Japanese players receiving yellow cards. And this time, just a bit of a breather for Sora as that ball lobs off the net and goes out. So even Tomakazu had got a yellow card. Now, at 9-10, Sora is going to serve.
Wang Chuqin, all this game out of Sora. Sora looks disappointed. He knows that he is a challenger. He had the lead. He beautifully came up.
Yeah, the young man is disappointed. But now, once again, it's set up for an incredible finale. And we are moving into a fifth game here in the second match. Oh,
I guess we also have to catch our breath. What a display of power here. The sheer power. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the world rankers, dictators, trendsetters.
the leaders.
I'm still wondering, is Harimoto, after that heated up match, is he taking an ice bath there? Certainly you can see Sora using that ice on his shoulders, carrying the expectation of his nation, of his team. Can he do it? The time will tell. Sora requesting umpires to clean the table.
Oh, we've got our breath back. And now we are ready to be enthralled again. Sora starts off well.
To a little bit of a surprise.
What was the surprise exactly?
The long serve on the forehand.
But then, talk about forehand, and Wang Chuqin is right back in with those thunderous doubles, I would say.
Sora won't believe that Wang is going to play a lot more backhand there, but this time Wang turned around. 1-all. If you see right now, Wang is not being careless at all, while Sora knows that I have to use all my power. But Wang is trying to get slowly inside the match, and he's not using power yet. He's using more mind and placement.
It's often that in these critical circumstances, the class of a player, even if marginally ahead, makes the difference. The temperament as well. But what a winner! What a winner there by Sora Matsushima.
That was a missile he just blocked. It was anti-missile block he had. It's 2-all.
It's 2-all now. He misses. Wang trying to shape up and play a forehand, but it was a little too close to his body perhaps. That has gone out. Matsushima at 3-2. This time, Matsushima misses the forehand.
Now, Sora. Again, no. I was expecting
A timeout?
maybe a timeout there.
Maybe you and I need a timeout through all this.
3-all. Wang to serve. Sora with that roar there after winning a precious point. 4-all. It's still first half of the decider game.
Every point being celebrated here. Whenever Sora gets a point, he looks back at his bench, and also the Japanese contingent that's present in the VIP stand. They too get off their chairs. They will get off their chairs again for that one.
Wang Chuqin is surprised there. He threw a long service, a long cut loose in the center. Sora came back with a beautiful spinny backhand. Ball just took a deep.
Now, change of sides there because we've already reached the 5-point mark. It's a net serve. Oof. I still think there's more fire in this contest. Well, at the moment, there's one man firing, and that's Sora.
Has Sora committed to his coach that I'm going to win over Wang without a timeout there?
Forget the timeout. If this is happening, why would you want to take a timeout? Surprised him over there with the serve, didn't he?
Sora Nakashima, you are just setting the stage on fire. Thank you for this great entertaining show that you are putting up here. Wang just lean onto that short ball, making no mistake.
China really being tested here, really being tested. The champion team, the leaders of the table tennis world, and he misses the forehand. Oh my gosh, what are we seeing here? Is the world number one going to go down to a promising youngster from Japan? Wang Chuqin is still a picture of calm. Misses the forehand. Misses the forehand and grimaces. Just grimaces. And finally, yes, he's going to take the timeout now, Sachin.
Yes, absolutely. Sora showing such maturity here. Sometimes what happens is that player knows what is he doing. You can see so much of he's tired, he's exhausted, there's so much of explosion. He's shaking his hand. He knows that he's giving everything what he has got. Sipping cold water.
It's like that last mile of the marathon. Last mile of the marathon. It's the toughest one that you run. You may have gone through the entire race, 90% of it, but then that last mile is always one that will test you the most, because it not only tests your skill, but it tests your endurance physically and mentally. Wang Hao this time, he's only got one bottle in his hand. The last time he had two of them.
No, this time he has a bigger bottle.
Yeah, last time he had two of them, as if to balance those weights, and just giving a bit of advice to his trainees there. But now we are back. This is now it, because this is the final passage of play. No stoppages.
Wang is servicing to defend his status here. I can see the audience. They're absolutely onto the toes.
The Japanese contingent is yet again on its feet. 2 points away. 2 points away, Sachin.
Yes.
Wang Chuqin holding on, holding on. Well, even for the neutral, at least for me, my heart is beating faster. You don't know what's going to happen. It's gone out, and it's going to be match point.
3 match point. Sora has.
Plus 999. It is unmatched. Absolutely unmatched. The youngster from Japan has triumphed against the world number one, and Japan have gone 2-0 up against China in this semi-final of the Asian Table Tennis Team Championship in a match that will be remembered. Sachin, have you got your breath back?
Absolutely, I am loving the way Sora quietly stole this show from Wang Chuqin, and I would say that he justified the age completely. Audience is loving the young kid there from Japan challenging the status, and now we have Stupa stats.
Yes, have a look at those. These are winners put in by Sora Matsushita through this match, throughout this match. Read this and tell our viewers about it.
You could see that he is hitting a lot more winners into the in the center as well as to the extreme backhand. Certainly this strategy is being used because he has explosive backhand as well as the forehand, challenging, absolutely making Wang Chuqin taken a surprise, not being able to move much about it.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video. Read more about table tennis on my blog, pingsunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.
Today, at the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup, Team China will play against Team Korea semifinal. Normally, Team China will win. In the final, it could be Team China versus Team Japan. In the semifinal, Team Germany plays against Team Japan. Who will win? Let's watch the previous encounter between the two teams.